Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is another video of trying and reviewing a foundation with check-ins throughout the day. And what I'm going to be reviewing today is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. I've had this also for a while now, but I've never worn it on its own. You know already the drill with me mixing my foundations. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. My face is moisturized and prepped, as I usually do. So on half of my face, on this side in particular, I'm gonna use the beauty blender to apply my foundation, and on the other side I'm gonna be using a brush, the same way we did last time when I reviewed the Wet n Wild foundation. And if you didn't see that, I'm gonna make sure to link it down below in the description box, so go check that out as well. This actually is said to be for normal to oily skin. I'm actually more on the dry side, but I'm still very curious to try it. Mattifies and refines pores with blurring micro powders for poreless looking skin, matches skin tone and texture, natural seamless finish. Okay, so those are the claims, and we're gonna put that to the test and see if it's actually the way they say it is. I'm gonna go straight in with the beauty blender. I can already see that this is not going to be a full coverage foundation, maybe medium coverage, but it's going on really smoothly and really nice. Doesn't feel heavy, it feels really lightweight. It blended really nicely with my skin tone and my face, but didn't cover really much. Like, I can see everything basically. So I'm gonna layer it to see if it builds up coverage or not. I do love more full coverage foundations. This is not really my cup of tea right now, but we're gonna see how it works. Yeah, I don't see it building really well, in the sense that it doesn't cover much more than it did when I first applied it. Because it's a very liquidy foundation, the sponge sucks in a lot of product, so there is that. Like, I had to apply a lot just to cover half of my face. Okay, so I looked in closer and it started to mattify a little bit more than when I applied it. But what I don't like is that I don't see it really being poreless. I'm not a person with really big pores or really accentuated pores, but I can see them through this foundation, which doesn't really happen usually. But I'm gonna give it a bit more time to dry down and settle and see how it works then. And until then, I'm gonna apply it with the brush on the other side. I want to say that actually from the first time applying it with the brush, I like it more already. It just gave me a lot more coverage from the first time with a very thin layer, and also it went on much easier and with less product. But I still want to try and layer it and see what happens. I feel it getting heavier on the side with the beauty blender. I mean, I know I did layer it and put a lot, but still I feel it getting heavier. After I apply my foundation with a brush, I still go over with the beauty blender on top, just because that's the way I do it and it's more seamless this way, but still the effect on the face is different from applying it only with the beauty blender, so I do want to mention that. So applying it with the brush, it did give me a bit more of a coverage, but not much. So it's still, I could say that it's max medium coverage. It's not full coverage by any means, but it looks really nice on the skin. I mean, it looks natural and it feels lightweight at first, but I feel that this side, the first side I applied the foundation on, is starting to feel a little bit more heavy. I don't like it. I don't think I like it like now, not applying anything more on top. I don't like it because I see my pores, which I don't usually do. I don't have foundations usually settling into my pores and exaggerating them, especially a foundation which claims to be matte and poreless. So I am weirded out by that, but I want to set my face and finish everything and then judge it more. So I'm gonna contour on top just to see how it works. This time I'm gonna blend my contour only using a brush, just because that's how I love it more, and it blends more seamlessly than if using a sponge. But I still want to see how it goes on top. Well, the contour blended okay, nothing special. I'm gonna conceal my dark circles. Okay guys, so I let it sit for a while and I want to take the bake off and see what's underneath. I'm not gonna take off the bake entirely, just off my apples of my cheeks so I can see what's the deal with the pores. It did dry it down completely matte, so that is true. Okay, so now with all the powder on top, it's not that bad. The pore situation is not that bad anymore, but I can still see them. And for a person who doesn't have such big pores and uses a poreless foundation, I'm not that happy. But we're gonna see later how it holds on. I am gonna go now and finish my makeup. I'm gonna film another tutorial for you guys. And then I'm going to be back and see how this is looking, and that will be basically our first check-in. Right now it's 5 p.m. I'm gonna see you in a little bit. As you can see, I already finished filming this makeup look. I did my hair differently a bit as well. But I want to say that after I've put everything on, powder, bronzer, blush, highlight, and I set my face with setting spray, I don't like this foundation. I mean, I don't like how it looks. It exaggerates every little wrinkle I have or everything else. It doesn't have enough coverage, but I feel it on my face. It's not that heavy, but I still feel it. So for the absence of the coverage, I don't think it's worth the trouble at all. You know, I have a problem with dark circles, and you can see them very much with this foundation as well, and it settled into my lines. I can see my pores, and for a poreless foundation, I don't like that. But it's only been an hour and a half. I'm gonna check in a few hours and see how it holds up. Maybe it's very long wearing, or maybe I might like it, or at least don't hate it as much at the end of the day. I don't know. Let's just hold on and see. Yeah, I have nothing more to say right now, and I'm gonna be back in a few hours. Okay guys, so it's been more than 4 hours now. I didn't touch up anything, I didn't do anything to my face. I am filming with my iPhone, by the way, just because I wanted to try it on my camera died, so I actually think this is better. I'll have to see when I edit. But do you see how it settled into my smile lines? Not even settled there, but it's exaggerating them, and it actually settled into my crease. Didn't cover my under eye area. Exaggerates everything, it just makes my skin look so much more textured and old and wrinkly and full of pores. Actually, I don't usually have this, and do you see around my nose? Oh my god, it's so red and so patchy, and it's been only about 4 hours, and it's bad. I mean, on my skin, I don't like it at all. If any of you guys out there tried it and loved it, please let me know so I have a reference. Okay, so for now that's it. I am gonna still leave this on for a while longer, and I'm gonna be back in a few hours and we'll see what the deal is. Okay, guys? Yes, that's the situation right now. It's 2 a.m. in the morning, guys, and it's been more than 8 hours since I've had this foundation on. I am disappointed. I'm so disappointed, actually. It's actually because I expected it to work out great. I didn't like it. It's not full coverage at all. I didn't like that. If you want a light coverage foundation and a lightweight one on your skin as well, this might work for you. Also, if you're not dry and if you don't have a lot of texture on your face. I'm a person who doesn't have a lot of texture on her face, but it somehow managed to emphasize everything and show the world my pores and my lines, which I did not even know I had. So it's a bit patchy around my nose and it just doesn't look pretty up close. I don't like. So for me this was a disappointment, but it's fine. I can wash this off finally. Okay, so that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoy this kind of videos, and if you do, make sure to let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Go subscribe to my channel for new videos every week. Thank you so much for being here and holding on till the end. I love you guys, and hopefully I'm gonna see you in my next video. Okay, guys, bye. I said bye, I should go.